Bhima Pushkar 2018 at Nivrutti Sangam with Mohanji. Experience sharing by Subhashree. Mohanji on the go with the speed of lightning. 48 hours from Mohanji's diary. I recently published a blog explaining Mohanji's busy schedule and constant travel in the month of August 2018. I spent a major part of this month with Mohanji and hence could observe closely the speed and mode in which he was working, traveling from place to place. Right now, thousands of miles away from him, I still observe his busy schedule. His divine opportunity to be able to observe Mohanji's schedule and witness his leelas is surely for a purpose. I feel the purpose is to share Mohanji's leelas and create a deep awareness within everyone. To be able to witness, to know, to understand Mohanji's leelas is like drinking the sweet nectar that will transform everyone, eradicate karmas from lifetimes, reduce the iterative life cycles. Yes, indeed, by reading the Satcharita of Mohanji, a true seeker will find and enhance spiritual bank balance in the path of liberation. Therefore, I cannot keep these experiences just to myself, but through these blogs, share it with each one of you. What I'm writing is not just my emotions or devotion to my Guru. These are facts, careful observations of the facts which otherwise get overlooked or ignored. It is astounding how Mohanji's speed and frequency of traveling has been increasing day by day, back to back, spanning across South India to the north of India. That's certainly a long distance to cover in the Indian subcontinent. Amidst all these travels, he is always connected with his devotees, not just in the consciousness, even physically too. Through emails, WhatsApp, Facebook, phone calls, etc., he is available 24/7 to true seekers who need to connect to Mohanji physically. Too busy, or no time, or not the right time, these phrases do not exist in his dictionary. I can say this confidently because I have communicated with him through those modes amidst his travels to Badrinath, Tiruvannamalai, and just recently to Nivrutti Sangam. It's like if I'm awake and ready to communicate at any point, morning, noon or night, he communicates. That's ridiculously true. How? Why? I wonder at times. He answers to consciousness. When something is needed, it must be done. And then and there is no postponement in our tradition, says Mohanji. Make yourself available is his mantra, which he demonstrates through his own actions. After finishing a retreat at Rishikesh, followed by a trip to Badrinath and Kedarnath, Mohanji was back in Bangalore in the first week of October. He attended and addressed the devotees participating in the Korea intensive retreat there. On 6th October, Avduta in jeans was on his journey again, this time to Kailash of the south. From the north tip of the country, Kedarnath, to the south of the country, Tiruvannamalai. It's been super exciting to just watch the photos, read devotees' experiences at all these holy divine places. Just by watching these and having direct communication with Mohanji at times, I felt content that I too could join them spiritually. The satisfaction was no less than that of attending such pilgrimage physically. This is only possible with Mohanji's grace. When he says he is with us and he keeps us with him and carries us spiritually, he really means it and does it. After observing these places from spiritual level, there is no more desire for a physical visit to these places left. Divine Communion with Mohanji. Well, his trip to Tiruvannamalai concluded on 10th of October. In the meantime, I had to communicate with him regarding some matter, and during that communication I came to know that he was at an airport at that time. I simply assumed that he is returning from Tiruvannamalai to Bangalore. Again, on the night of 11th of October, when I had to communicate with him for another matter, I was stunned. In 24 hours, where all he had been physically, I was rubbing my eyes. I'm reading it right. That time, it was about 1:10 p.m. Copenhagen time, and about 1:30 a.m. in India. When I saw his message, I wondered if my message that I had sent earlier woke him up. Guilt clouded my mind. However, he answered immediately, "No, I just reached Raichur after 5 hours drive from Hyderabad airport. I have to be at Nivrutti Sangam at 4:30 a.m. for inaugurating Bhima Pushkar." My head started to spin. He was at some airport on 10th, on 11th, he's again coming off Hyderabad airport, travelling by road for 5 hours and with a program to attend in about 4 hours. Many questions popped up. What is Nivrutti Sangam? What is Bhima Pushkar? Where is he coming from? Slowly, all questions were getting answered, some through Google search and some directly from Mohanji. I just wrote it down for my own awareness, and the list was not simple. So here it goes. On 9th of October, Mohanji travelled from Tiruvannamalai to Chennai. On 10th of October, Chennai to Delhi and Delhi to some other place. On 11th of October morning, he returned from that place to Delhi, took a flight to Hyderabad and further travelled for 5 hours by car to reach Raichur at 1:30 a.m. on 12th of October. At this is when I received his message. I was amazed that even after these long travels for many days and the long travel on the day, Mohanji got only a couple of hours of sleep before he went to Nivrutti Sangam at 4:30 a.m. Before sleeping, I wanted to look up Google to get more information about Nivrutti Sangam and Bhima Pushkar. What I read about these made me very excited, and I felt so divinely blessed that I had the opportunity to know about this divine journey of Mohanji. At once, the question in my mind was put to rest. Why Mohanji does something, whatever he does, the non-stop journey to his divine place is certainly worth it. Having understood the benefit that he is going to bestow on all of us, to the entire world, to everyone. When I heard about this journey of Mohanji's and his lack of rest, I knew it must be something big. With this in mind, I retired for the night. In my sleep state, I had an amazing vision of Mohanji and found myself with him along with few other disciples. It was a very ordinary village location with a very simple house. I did not recognize the place until later I saw the pictures of Nivrutti Sangam area. I would have enjoyed myself in this pious location doing seva to Gurudev if my alarm didn't wake me up. "Oh, Mohanji," were the first words that came out as soon as my eyes opened. And then I had the divine view of the photos of Mohanji having a dip in Pushkar. I realized my dream of being with Mohanji and other disciples in that simple village location was nothing but Mohanji carrying us spiritually to Pushkar. Mine still acts sometimes. Probably I did not dare to believe this completely. Sometimes it seems too good to be true, because it's just simply so magnificent to travel astrally with the Master. Well, Mohanji knew my thoughts as well as always. Within a few minutes, I received many photos of event at Nivrutti Sangam from Mohanji. As I scanned through the photos, the entire sequence of events became crystal clear. While I was looking at the photos, I suddenly forgot my existence of sitting in the room in Copenhagen. Rather, I felt as if I was there at the Nivrutti Sangam. It seemed very real. My body touched the water. My skin felt the sun rays. My nose sensed the sweet smell of water and the earth. My eyes felt the glare of the sunshine from the water surface. I actually felt myself holding the water in my hand and doing Abhishekam to Lord Datta and to Lord Shiva through Mohanji. I actually felt the graceful, loving embrace of my master. This is when I realized it was true, that what I thought was a dream of being with Mohanji, I was actually very much with him at the Sangam astrally. He had prepared me for this by letting me know about it last night. When I didn't believe my spiritual experience, he had to show me the truth through these pictures. I was getting late for office, but I was completely dumbstruck. I couldn't move from where I was sitting. My heart chakra was expanding, head was spinning, tears flowing. There was only one chant going on in my head. Mohanji, Mohanji, Mohanji. Slowly I realized there is a much bigger purpose of me being aware of this truth of Mohanji's work and his tireless travels. I must express to the world what I have realized, because when someone reads this expression, the person will understand the truth behind Mohanji's tireless efforts, his mode of working, and the realization of his mission. When this wisdom comes, all other blockages that may be stored for lifetimes will clear up, just like how darkness vanishes with the sun's rays. After this realization, while I gathered myself slowly and got ready to go to office, my heart chakra remained in an expanded mode, filled with gratitude to my master Mohanji for this out-of-the-world experience. I was determined to gather more details about Nivrutti Sangam and Bhima Pushkar and everything that happened on that day. Very soon I realized that this was a divine plan for me to be aware of this event, and started getting more and more details and clarity of this day and the event. Jai Mohanji.